Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, to the world of Wayne, and we're ahead. We have got issue 64 of Eagle Moss's Build the Delorean. Okay, this issue is going to be a bit fiddly, but it's going to be fun because, again, all of these big items are making things pop really good. And as you can see, what we've got is the little cross section, which is going to be going underneath the bonnet, a light. Actually, let's just show you what we're going to be doing. Look, we've got a light going in, cross frame going in. We're going to be attaching that cross frame to underneath the bonnet, and then we're going to be mounting the bonnet onto the main unit. Not a lot to do, but I've got this feeling it's going to be a bit fiddly, this one. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so step one, we're going to be taking this little part here, and this is going to be going on these two little pins over on this side there. It's going to be pointing down, so what we've got to do is just get this lined up and then push it onto the pins, just like so. That was a little bit hard to get in, I have to say, but a good lot of pushing later. That's in. That was step one done. Step two, just going to put that down there. We've got this little bit here, which is the sort of like the cover for the light, and as you can see, you've got a fixed side there, and you've got like a thin side there. The thick side goes towards the thicker side on this, on the left hand side. So I'm putting it in just like that, that way round. So that was step two done. Step three, now we're going to be putting this wire in. Now the wire's got like a rectangular bulb on the end, and that's just going to be lying flat in here, just like that. And then this is going to be trailed down the vehicle like that. Oh look, that bit's come off. We knew that was going to happen. This bit's going to be trailed down here, and then that's going to be coming round these. It's like following the groove here, and it's going to be coming out here, which means that we need to keep this in place. So steps 3 and 4, 5 and 6, we're going to be putting these little bits of sticky that they gave us. So I'll take the first one out, and as long as that, you just know that that's not going to stay in that bulb, but I am going to get it in as best I can. I'm going to hold it. God, I need 3 fingers here. This bit first, because I'm going to be putting the first sticky down the wire here, just like so. And then the second one is just going to be going on the bend here of the wire, just on the bend there. So this is the second one. Now the way they've got it is they've put it in so it takes up the most amount of wire. So they put it in sort of like that, and that's going to keep that in place. Now at the moment the bulb's not in place, but obviously when these two bits, I'll just put this back in, go against the bonnet, they will be held into place, no problems at all. And guess what? That's the next bit we're going to be doing now. We're going to be putting it on the bonnet. So step 7, we bring the bonnet over. Now before I do that, I'm just going to put this to one side. The bonnet, because I had a load of people freaking out at me in the last video, I'm keeping on this cloth so it doesn't get damaged or blemished or anything like that. Okay, it's going to look just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to be putting this in the other way round. So we need to like sort of flip this over just like that, and it's going to be going in. Oh god, let's get it. It's going to be going on this section following the shape of the bonnet. Now the way it has to go, these two lips here and here have to go around these two bits here and here, and the only way to get that in is to sort of slide it, but you have to lift up this section at the back as well, because you've got these two little screw holes here. So the way I'm going to do this is probably going to be fiddly, but I'm going to sort of like push it down to where it needs to be on one side. We'll get one side in just like that, and then we'll work on the other side and do the same thing. Hopefully it will go. Let's turn it towards me so I can see what I'm doing. And then slide it forward. There we go. And that has gone in absolutely perfectly. That is fiddly, but it worked. So I'm happy about that. Now they've got the wire coming out, obviously on this side here. I can move the hinge if I do need to move that, but I'm going to keep that wire there for the minute. I'm just looking where they've got the wire. They've got the wire coming out to this side of the hinge as well. So you can see that on the top camera. That's where mine is. Once that's down, and it's looking really good, I'm just making sure everything is flat. There we go. Perfectly flat on that. That was step 7 done. Now step 8 says push the frame firmly in place, making sure that the holes of the frame and the post and the hood are aligned. They certainly are aligned. That was step 8. Step 9, we're going to be opening these AM screws up, and we're going to be securing this to the bonnet. So loads of AM screws. Now this is going to be secured with 4 screws here, here, here and here. So let's get that started. They're going in good, so that's always a good sign. It's nice having a biting a bite on them. I can't believe I'm ahead on my Delorean after being like 9 issues behind or something silly. That's great. Now, while I'm screwing this in, obviously you want to make sure that the 2 bits you put in before haven't fallen out, which is the light and the little catch we put in, but the catch is being held in now, so that's good news. Last one. Nice and tight. Right, that is done. That's him. That was step 8 done. Now, 9 done. Step 10, we're now going to be offering this to the vehicle. This is where things are going to get fun, because we need to put the screws into the hole. But when this goes in, we're going to have to screw it in from the underside. So to get this in, we're going to have to sort of like put that in temporarily with the hinges down, I guess. Then turn the whole unit over, and I'm going to put my, oh God, I'm going to put my cloth just underneath it here, because I don't want that falling out. Like that. Position it from the inside, and believe me, if you can do this without it scratching, you're a great man or a great woman. Right, now we've got to get this lined up, because we're going to be putting screws in, if you look on the top here, into these holes here, and the screws that are going to be going in are AM screws. So let me get this lined up. There we go, that's all lined up, and as you can see, the wire that's coming out from this unit here is coming through a little gap that we've got just there. I don't know if you can see that on, probably the side camera is the best one. Now, all of these are going to be secured in with AM screws, and there's going to be 4 of them. This is step 11, so let's get these in. And hopefully, they will go in okay. Here's the first one. Once I've got one in, I'll be happy. Putting this one in quite tight. There we go. That's the first one. I'm going to do the one on the other side, and then I'll do the 2 inner ones. So here's the second one. I think the fiddliest part of this build so far, when I get this in, oops, is obviously putting these screws in, is lining up the bonnet. That was tricky, I have to say. Let's get this one in again. Okay, screws going in good there. Making sure it's lovely and tight, because this is what's really going to be the pivot of the whole car. Put the third one in. I'm going back to this side now. That should be lined up perfectly, which it is. Nice and tight. Yeah, I think definitely the hardest thing was lining up this bonnet to these 2 pinholes without scratching the bonnet, which is why I've got it on this cloth here. I'm hoping that makes more people think, ah, good, he's not going to scratch it. I'm surprised they didn't have some sort of clear plastic over the top of it, actually, and then something you can remove after all this is done, just to protect that metal. But this is step 12 now, because I've done both sides, and this is all we have to do for this issue. Now, what I'm going to do is when I turn it back, obviously it's not being held in place at the moment by those little acrylic arms. But there we go, we've got the bonnet secured now, and it can open and close. Open and close. I could do that all day now. That's it, that was issue 64. I found that quite easy, but apart from the lining up the bonnet, issue 65, what we got coming? Let's have a look. Oh, we're doing more cables, it looks like. Looking just like that. I'm sick of wires, I have to say. Anyway, so issue 65 will be coming soon. Hope you like that video. Take care.